Oh, yeah. I needed that. Having a little of that Space Coke. Did you know that there was Space Coke? There is. I think it's called Starlight Edition or some shit. A little Space Coke, a little Bullet Bourbon. I deserve it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why? Because today, my friend, is the final installment. Oh, my God. It took 3 months. The final installment, well, technically 2, with a little bit of March. The final installment of All the Haunts Be Ours box set. Episode 12, the longest in my ever in my deep dive series, where I take an entire box set and piece it apart little by little and review it for you guys. 12 goddamn episodes. We're at the end. Woo! Bust out your booze, bust out your whatevers, not your junk, but whatever beverage you want to imbibe, as I will be doing, and let's discuss the final installment.
Back from the dead.
One is black and white, and one is not black and white, and the one that's in color is the fucking worst movie on this box set. My opinion, of course, but man, what a sucky ball fest of nothingness this movie is. Let's talk about Pandas Fen. Perhaps the worst movie in this box set. Pandas Fen is a complete enigma to me. It's honestly about nothing, and I'm shocked that it's 90 minutes long. This movie was so terribly boring, I couldn't believe my eyes. Plus, the movie's lead character is about the most annoying little twerp I've ever seen, with the most perfectly punchable face in the history of cinema. Our lead, Steven, or as I call him, Punch Face, is a super religious high school kid who lives in a small village, and he begins to have really vivid homosexual dreams. But wait, this isn't a gay movie, because that would mean the movie has a clear plot, or at least a metaphorical plot. It's not about his, growing sexuality or discovering himself. None of that stuff. It's actually about him walking around the fucking wheat fields, having conversations with old people, and that's it. I'm honestly at a loss as to what the point of the movie was. It seems to be about a kid researching a piece of land that once belonged to a pagan king or something like that, but it's really not even about that either. This is absolutely the most boring thing I've seen in a long, long time. And there's 2 reasons for that. One reason is that it all felt pointless, and the second reason is that narratively, I felt like we were just drifting along, going nowhere. Why are we watching this kid? What is he doing? Where is he going? What is the plot? I had so many questions and no answers. I shit you not. But I do know one thing. This was not a horror movie, but it was horrible. In terms of special features, you get a commentary track with James Machin and Matthew Harrell, editors of the book Of Mud and Flame, the Pandas Fen source book. Also, you get a 16-minute featurette on the making of the film. And finally, a British short film titled The Pledge, which runs about 22 minutes. It's an older film, but I couldn't find a year for it. Now, this one's about a hanged man, and it's okay, but be warned, it's a little experimental, and if you ask me, I think you can skip it. If you ask me, I think you can skip Pandas Fen. Honestly, spoiler alert, you can probably skip this entire disc.
What a piece of junk.
Is it because this is the last disc and I'm burnt out? No. Because if these were fucking stellar movies, I would bring you a glowing review. But these movies let me down. This box set ends with a wet fart of a whimper. No stars for Pandas Fen. No stars. It literally, I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I can't tell you what it's about. God, what a fucking shit-ass movie. Hey, if you liked it, you liked it. I'm not taking anything away from you. Opinions are like assholes. And we all got one. We all got one. Next movie. Let's talk about the immortal classic Robin Redbreast. I'm kidding. No one's heard of this thing. Robin Redbreast runs 1 hour and 19 minutes. This black and white TV movie is a super slow burn version of Rosemary's Baby. An older woman separates from her boyfriend after 8 years together, and she retreats to a country home and discovers that the villagers around her home are very nosy. She meets a strapping young lad named Rob, and now that she's an eligible bachelorette again, she decides to go after this young meat, only to end up pregnant by said meat. Now, are there sinister circumstances at play that led to this pregnancy, or is our heroine getting paranoid over nothing? I was looking up reviews for this movie, and on IMDb, somebody said that Robin Redbreast is better, listen to me, better than the Wicker Man.
What? What the fuck?
That is an absolutely ridiculous statement. It is insane to think that. There's no way that this movie is better than Wicker Man. Wicker Man stands head and shoulders above every folk horror movie. It is the definitive folk horror movie for a reason, because it's fucking good. The movie's languid pace really works against it, because you're constantly expecting for it to ramp up and get creepier and get weird, but it stays at a constant flat line. At least it did for me. The ending is interesting but predictable, and certainly not a big shocking turn of events like in The Wicker Man. If you've seen Rosemary's Baby, you kind of know what you're getting here. In terms of special features, I'll mention them real briefly. You get a commentary track with William Fowler and Vic Pratt, curators and authors of The Bodies Beneath, the flip side of British film and television, as well as an interview with the director John Bowen that runs about 12 minutes. Finally, the last special feature in this entire box set is an 11-minute short film titled The Sermon, which is a little more recent than the last one, the one on Pandas Fen, and it's fairly experimental as well, but it's got some girls making out in it, so there's that. I really wanted to go out with a bang. I wanted to go out with a bang and say, guys, get it, it's great. But this disc is such a bummer to me. Such a bummer to me. I will say this, Robin Redbreast was fun to watch. I mean, it's a TV movie, but it's very slow, very tame, and it really doesn't pack a lot of punch or thrills or shocks or anything, but it's head and shoulders above Pandas Fen. That being said, I cannot give Robin Redbreast a really high mark, so I'm gonna go with 2 stars. 2 stars for Robin Redbreast. It's good, meh, but it's not as good as it should be, and it's in no way memorable or rewatchable. This entire disc I could throw away. I never want to watch these movies again, and I never want to hear about these movies again. I hate to be rough, but that's, I know, I don't want to hold back my passion. Like, again, I always say, I'm not going to lie to you. If I feel passionately about something, whether I'm ranting against it or I'm rooting for it, you're going to hear about it, whether you like it or not. It's bummer ending. But before we call it a day, let's do a quick ranking. Very quick. I'm just going to give you my, I say top 5 movies that you need to at least watch in some way, shape, or form. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, it tastes like space. Holy shit. Number 5, obviously, Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched. This documentary is a must-watch. Find it somehow. I think it's on Shudder. I might be mistaken. It might be off of Shudder, but most likely it's still there. That's definitely worth a watch. I think you will enjoy that greatly. Number 4, Il Demonio. What a great surprise this was from Italy. Highly recommend this movie. This is definitely one that you need to find a way to get your eyeballs on somehow. I don't know. Is it on Shudder? I have no idea, but find it. Number 3, Allison's Birthday. This was really good. I mean, it's kind of predictable, and you kind of know what you're gonna, find at the end of the rainbow here. It's very much Wicker Man-ish as well, but with a twist I'm not gonna get into right now. But man, good movie, and I really enjoyed this, and this is something I would definitely rewatch. For number 2, I've already talked about The Vine, how much I love this movie, so do watch this movie. But for number 2, let me throw my vote for Witch Hammer. This is a very fun discovery, something I really enjoyed. Well, I won't say fun, because it's pretty cruel and brutal, but it's so well made and so watchable. You're going to love it. Well, just be prepared. I think most people can get through it, but if you have an extremely weak stomach, you might have some issues with it. But it's a really good movie. And number 1, my favorite thing on here, Eyes of Fire. Holy crap. I would say the best version is Crying Blue Sky, the longer director's cut. I really enjoyed that one. I actually preferred that over the Eyes of Fire cut. But the movie itself is really dang good, and you're going to enjoy it. I think, Severin actually has it separate. So if you want to grab that during a sale, I suggest it. I think you're going to like it. It's really dang good.
So good.
I've been waiting nearly 3 months to do this. Done. Done, bitch. All the Haunts Hours box set. Done. I'm done with it. I'm done. I've seen it all. Done. I can finally put this on my shelf and walk away and maybe pull something out of this in a year or two. But who has time to rewatch? Anyway, I loved my time with it. I did enjoy this box set. I don't regret going through it. I wish the movies were better, but of course that's going to happen when you have such an eclectic box set. Do I recommend this? Final verdict. Do I recommend this for everyone?
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no.
With a caveat, if you like obscure, and I'm talking about obscure world cinema, then this box set is for you. I made a lot of wonderful discoveries with this. I love world cinema, personally. That's why I love Criterion Collection. So this box set, and like I've mentioned in other reviews, exposed me to such very unique views of the world through the cinema. But do I recommend it to the general audience? No. To the collectors out there, I'll tell you what, this isn't going to sell out anytime soon. So if you want it, wait for a sale. Andy Milligan hasn't sold out. So I think it'll be okay to wait for a sale. If they ever put it on sale. We'll see what happens. But, I liked it. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Overall, it's a 4-star box set. Beautiful case. Beautifully laid out. I think probably the accordion style shit's going to break off. The glue's going to break off after a while. But I'm not going to be watching these movies very often anyway, so it will be safe. 4 stars overall. I don't recommend it for general audiences, but like I said, if you're into weirdo world cinema, then I think it's your bag, and you probably have it already. Okay, let's call it a day. We did it. Thank you. By the way, let me know in the comments if you were with me for every review, all 12 episodes. I'm curious to know how many people actually hung out. I'm probably not going to do one of these big deep dives again, because they just take a lot of time on the channel, and I don't know if the interest is there. I just don't know if the interest is there overall. Anyway, I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to bid you good night. Thank you so much for being here. You're for the Neighborhood Master of Chaos. Wishing you well. Remember, I love you very much. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. And hold each other tight. And let's pray for a better, happier, safer world in the morning. For now, signing off.